Friday's deadly rampage. We now know the name of the suspected gunman who's blamed for killing 4 people. You're looking at a photo here of John Zawahiri. This is from 2006. It's his yearbook photo. Police say he began his shooting spree at a house where he killed his father, Samir, and his brother, Chris. CNN's Stephanie Elam is in Santa Monica this morning. She's been following this story for us. And Stephanie, what more have police said about the gunman?
Well, Pamela, we can tell you now that it looks like John Zawahiri actually did have a connection to the school. He was attending there as recently as 2010, Santa Monica College this is, along with a family member. Police believe that he first set the house on fire before shooting his brother and father, and then carjacking a woman and shooting at a city bus before making his way to the school, where he then killed those 4 people. Now, as we look at this, police are very interested to know how he was able to amass the massive number of weapons and ammunition that he was able to carry onto the school campus. They do believe that it was also premeditated based upon the fact that he did also have body armor on, Pamela.
And you mentioned police are trying to figure out how he was able to amass all these weapons. One of the weapons he had was highly regulated, right? At least one of the weapons.
Definitely. There's this one in particular semi-automatic rifle that he did have with him. That one in particular, they're trying to trace and research how he could have gotten his hands on it because of the fact that it is so regulated here in California. It's not like you can just go out and get it. And because of that, they want to know a little bit more about that. And also the state of his mental health. That's another issue that they're very concerned at looking at, because the police have let us know that they did have some contact with him in 2006, but because he was a juvenile at the time, they could not release that information. We also know that he was enrolled at a high school here in Santa Monica that's for people who are behind on credits as recently as 2006, but it seems he may have dropped out after his junior year at that school because he was hospitalized. We don't know if it's because of officials or because of his family after he had expressed some threatening words about harming a certain individual. We don't know more about that at this time, though, Pamela.
And do we know anything more about a possible motive here, Stephanie?
There is no word on what the motive could be. They're still trying to figure that out. But one thing they are definitely saying is that they do not believe that this is linked to international terrorism, simply because they are looking at the information that they have about this young man that they had known for a long time. He did this, by the way, the day before his 24th birthday, to let you know how old he was. But they do not believe that this has anything to do with that. This is just one person who just went on a rampage that was self-motivated at this time, Pamela.
All right, Stephanie, let's talk about the victims here. Do you have any updates on them, how the surviving victims are doing, and about those that are deceased from the rampage?
We don't have information more about the survivors. About the victims, we do know that there was one man, a man in his 60s, who was shot in an SUV. He died. The passenger in his car also hospitalized on life support. That much we do know, but beyond that, we don't have any more information. And as you know, it is still very early here in Santa Monica. As day breaks, we're hoping to get more information from the police.